Hey you, yes you. If you want to run 5k in 25 minutes, this video is for you. Also, as a thanks to everybody who's been watching these videos, I'm giving away A-Pace tri-suits. I'm giving away 3 tri-suits. I've got small, I've got medium, I've got large. So somewhere in between this video, I'll tell you how you can get your own tri-suit.
And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God, I get it, bro. So don't just let me get it.
Yeah, let's go.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So to talk about how you can run 5 kilometers in 25 minutes, we'll be going through the following. So first, we'll start off by discussing the different running zones. Then we talk about warm-ups. In warm-ups, we're going to talk about how you start with a slow jog. Then we talk about dynamic stretches. We talk about static stretches. And then I go into the different workout types like interval training. We get into hill running. We get into tempo workouts. We then also get into repetition workouts. Finally, we close by talking about the week by week schedule for running a 5 kilometers in 25 minutes. Prerequisites before you're ready for a 5k in 25 minutes. You should already be able to run a 5k pretty easily within 26 to 28 minutes. So let's talk about the different running paces required to run a 5k in 25 minutes. I have detailed this earlier in an earlier video about how you can calculate your own training paces. So I'm using the same calculators. I'm more or less doing the same thing. I'll start with the slowest paces first and then move on to the fastest paces. So let's start with talking about the long run pace. So the long run pace is anything slower than 7 minutes and 7 seconds for that duration. A long run is usually done once a week by most people and it's usually on their week off. If you want to, you can do it on any day that you have a week off, but most people prefer Sunday. They use it to socialize. It's a pace at which you're able to talk very comfortably to the person next to you. And it's also a great way to socialize and make friends and get into the running community. The next pace is the easy run pace. The easy run pace is more like the filler workout, but it's also very, very important because it's where you train for your aerobic strength. The easy run pace is from 6:15 all the way to 7 minutes per kilometer. So it's just getting that aerobic work done, cardiovascular work done, so that you're building your engine up for running the longer distances or also for running 5 kilometers in 25 minutes eventually. The next important pace is the tempo pace. So the tempo pace is the bread and butter of this workout. It is what will help you to become faster. The pace can be as fast as 5:15 and up to 5:30. The feeling in a tempo pace should be that it's difficult, but if you had to, if somebody was sitting on your head and telling you to go out and run the tempo pace, you could run the tempo pace for 20 minutes at a shot. Okay, so that's the discomfort level you want to feel. And a gauge that I use is, it's the pace at which you start feeling your legs burning or you start feeling your muscles burning, but they're not quite burning yet. They're not quite there yet, as they don't feel like they're burning up yet. The next pace that we're going to talk about is the interval pace. So intervals range from anywhere as small as 400 meters or even 200 meters up to 1 kilometer or longer or 2 kilometers. So the range for this is going to be from 440 all the way up to 5 minutes. So you notice that this is the pace, this is very close to the target pace that we have of running 5 kilometers in 25 minutes, which is a 5 minutes per kilometer pace. So when you're starting off, you may want to run the 400 meters closer to 4 minutes 40 seconds and the 1 kilometer or longer efforts closer to 5 minutes pace. So this will help you to build up and also get used to the pace or the effort that 5 kilometers in 25 minutes feels like. The last pace and the fastest pace that I'm going to talk about is the repetition pace. Repetition workouts are all out, close to all out efforts, or in fact all out effort. You can do 100 meter repeats, 200 meter repeats, 300 meter repeats. And the break that you take when you do these is equal to the time of effort. For example, if you're running a 300 meters in 2 minutes, then you also take a break of 2 minutes or even longer up to 3 minutes. So let's start by talking about warm-ups. So So warm up is something that you do before your running workout, before you start the running workout for the day. This could be before you do interval training, could be before you do your hill training, could be before your long run or before your easy run. So many people have many different ways of doing a warm up. So I'll just give you a lot of information on the different types of warm ups, what I do, what I've seen other people do, and then you can go around and you can try experiment with a few different things and then figure out which warm up routine suits you the best. Okay, so let's start off by talking about why a warm up is important. So when you wake up, let's say you're doing a run in the morning, your body's going to feel a little tired, you're going to feel maybe some body pain, some aches. If you start running at the desired pace right away, what's going to happen is you risk getting injured very quickly. So the reason we do warm-ups is to prevent that injury from happening, also to be able to get the most out of your workout. So first part of a warm-up is getting cardiovascular or getting a little bit warm, heating up the body. So you can start this by doing spot jogging or jumping jacks. These are two exercises you can do just to bring the core temperature up and also to loosen up the joints. Along with this, you could also go for an easy 1 to 2 kilometer jog. So for most people, between 1.5 to 2.5 kilometer works and it heats up the body. The pace that you want to follow for this is ultra slow. For the 5K in 25 minutes, you'll be going slower than 7 minutes 30 maybe to start off. And then towards the ending, you may get a little faster and go towards maybe 6 minutes. So you start off slow, then you pick up your pace towards the end of the warm-up. Let's talk about dynamic stretches. So dynamic stretches are stretches where you're moving the muscles through I'd say about 80% to 90% of the range of motion of the muscle. You don't have to go through the full range of motion because that can lead to injuries or you're overstretching yourself or pushing yourself too hard where it's not required. Most people, 80% of the range of motion is enough to get sufficiently warmed up and for the muscles to be stretched enough that they're able to get into the next part of the workout and get into the main running part. So let's start by talking about the neck exercises. So you'll be looking left, you'll be looking right, you'll be looking up and down, and also then you turn left and right. So what this does is it helps you to stretch the sternocleidomastoid, the levator scapulae, and also the trapezius muscles. When you have these stretched, it's going to prevent that head bobbing that many people have, and also it's going to help you to get more stable, your neck more stable when you're running, and also prevent you from getting any neck soreness or neck pains that many runners tend to face. After the neck stretches, we move on to the arm circles, the shoulder swings, and the big arm circles. So arm circles can be done with your arms outstretched. When your arms are outstretched, you make circles with them. Do about 5 circles each and do 5 circles in the reverse direction. What this does is to help you to open up the deltoid muscles, the biceps and the triceps. Along with this, the scapular muscles, rotator cuff muscles also get opened up, and this will help you to have a better and more efficient arm swing in your running. When you're doing big circles, this will help you to open up the biceps, triceps and the forearm muscles. What this does is again helps you with the arm swing and also helps you to be more stable and more proficient as a runner. Next, let's move on to the hip muscles and the core muscles. So when you're doing hip circles, it will help you to get mobility in your hip and also helps you to stretch and stabilize the core. So the muscles affected are the lower back muscles, the abdominal muscles and the oblique muscles. The glutes are also slightly benefited by doing these stretches. I also demonstrate spine turns. So spine turns are where you're turning and almost looking behind with your arms helping you with the momentum. This will also help you to get your lower spine mobility, especially the lumbar mobility and the sacral mobility required for running. Okay, next up, let's talk about the leg swings and talk about the lunging and side stretch movements. So these will help you to stretch the thigh muscles, the quadricep muscles, the hamstring muscles and the glute muscles. Along with this, because of the side stretch, you're also stretching the oblique muscles.
It's just a matter of time before I'm over the climb and moving under my prime. Just quit my 9 to 5. I'm rocking, they watching, cause it's shocking. Dropping all these top 10 songs, no stopping. It's time to live my life, it's time to live, not die. Wish I could slow down time and just enjoy the climb.
And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God, I get it, bro. So don't don't just let me get it.
Lastly, we're going to do ankle circles. So what ankle circles will do is you keep your legs raised in the air and you draw circles with your toes. Drawing circles with your toes will help you to train the calf muscles and also give you a lot of ankle stability. The ankle circles along with the leg swing and the lunges will help you to have more efficient striding and will also give you a lot of power in your legs when you're running. It will also help you to prevent injuries that you might get because of running too fast or if you do not do these before your warm-ups. Let's talk about the static stretches. So static stretches are when you stretch a muscle and hold it for between 6 to 10 seconds. Ideally, if the muscle is in more pain, you may want to stretch longer and go up to 15 seconds. So I like to start from top to toe. I start by stretching my neck muscles first. So I stretch in all directions. The stretching of the neck muscles again stretches the levator scapulae, the trapezius muscles and the sternocleidomastoid muscles. I'll be describing all of this in this video as well. And you can also watch exactly how I stretch the muscles. So after you stretch the neck muscles, you move on to the shoulder muscles. I do a tricep stretch and I do a deltoid stretch. Stretching the arm muscles will help because it helps you to improve your arm swing and also makes you more stable when you're running. The stretches that I do for core are bending forward. This helps you to stretch the glute muscles and the hamstring muscles. Also ensure that you're doing it like a deadlift, wherein that your back is almost straight. So this will prevent injuries that you can get by bending your back. Then lean backwards, try to look backwards, and that will help you to stretch your abdominal muscles. Stretching from side to side will help you to stretch your oblique muscles, which are on the side. Stretching the core muscles will help you to maintain and also stabilize you while you're running so that you're providing a good support to your arms and to your legs so that you do not get injured and also you're becoming more efficient as you run. Next up, let's do stretches for the lower body. The quadriceps are the major muscles or one of the major muscles that you use during your run. They are very, very important for lifting and raising your legs up higher. So it's very important to stretch them and to be very flexible. Stretching the quadriceps will also help you to become more efficient and have more power in your stride. After the quadricep muscles, we move on to stretch the hamstring. I like to do a sitting down hamstring stretch. When you're doing the hamstring stretch, ensure that your back is almost straight and you're not curving your spine too much. Keeping your back straight will help you to rotate your pelvis forward and this will ensure that you're getting the best kind of stretch possible. After this, you want to be stretching the adductor muscles. So you can do this by doing the butterfly stretch. Just hold the stretch for maybe 6 to 10 seconds. After that, you can also try the squatting adductor stretch, which will help you to hone in more on that muscle that is the adductor muscle. Stretching the legs, like discussed earlier, will make you more efficient in your running and also will prevent injuries in that. Next up, let's do the stretch for the calf. Stretching the calf muscle, I like to go into a push-up position and then I stretch the calf muscle out. Stretching the calf muscle is very, very important, especially during hill running and interval training or repetition workouts, because the calf takes a lot of load at these higher efforts. And it's especially important if you're doing a lot of forefoot running or if you're in fact landing on the ball of your feet a lot, because the ball of the feet, the stance for that, it activates the calf muscle a lot. Let's talk a little bit about dynamic stretches versus static stretches. So there's a lot of opinions. Many people say that dynamic stretching is better than static stretching. And that can be true for you because every person is different. And it is possible that for you, dynamic stretches is the way to go. So do try both stretches out and see which one works for you. My personal opinion is that when I'm doing interval workouts or hill repeat workouts, or when my body is just really sore, I like to do a static stretch as well so that I'm able to stretch out those muscles. And when I'm actually doing the run, when I'm going for those hard paces, for me like 330s kind of pace, I do not have pain in my legs. I do not have that tightness or that pain that would have happened if I did only dynamic stretches. So this is my opinion, but go ahead, try all three types of warm-up routines and or mix and match the warm-up routines. You could start by doing dynamic stretches, then start by doing an easy jog, and then throw in a couple of jumping jacks and spot jogging in between, and then move into dynamic stretches. Or you could start by dynamic stretches first. So whatever works for you, try it out and then let me know how it works. Leave your warm-up routine in the comments and I would love to read from you and hear back from you. Also, if you're liking the video so far, please do consider subscribing. A subscribe would be so good because I make videos every week and this would be very, very motivating. Let's talk about the different type of run workouts. So we've already discussed briefly what an easy run and long run are. If you want more information, you can go back to my previous video and check it out. I've also discussed interval training and hill running in my previous video. So these workouts are going to more or less remain the same. So there are two new workout types in this video that I haven't discussed in the last video. So those are the tempo workouts and the repetition workouts. So the tempo pace or the tempo effort is the ideal way to do a tempo effort is to do it for 20 minutes because it helps you to build up aerobic capacity. But not everybody can start off and do a 20-minute tempo right away. So what you can do is do a 10-minute tempo first and then take a 5-minute break and then do another 10-minute tempo. So through the weeks we'll be going further and further until you're able to do a 20-minute tempo at one shot. Repetition workouts are very short, high burst, high energy efforts. They can range from 100 meters up to 400 meters. I'm going to use 400 meters as an example. You could take 2 minutes or slightly faster than 2 minutes to do it. And the break period for 400 meters would be 2 to 3 minutes. So you're getting complete recovery. If you're not completely recovered, you can take a longer break. So very, very important is to go close to all out and also to recover or rest until you're completely rested. So mark out a distance of 400 meters. Because it's such a short distance, it's important to be very accurate. Things you can use to mark distances will be your phone or use the Google Maps feature where you can accurately track the distance between 2 points. Run that distance, take a break, take a sip of water, take some electrolytes to recover during that break period. Walk around a little bit, flush the lactic out of your body. Along with this, you can also do some stretches, the static stretches that we discussed earlier, so that you're flushing all the lactic acid out of your body. Repeat these for maybe 4 to 5 times. I have not particularly put repetition workouts in the workout proper, but if you want to, you can add these on Saturdays so that you're getting 3 different types of speed workouts in that week.
I've been in and out the studio like a student though.
Strength training is also very important. I'm going to leave a link to my previous video where I discussed strength training a little bit in detail. I also mentioned the number of reps and sets that you should be doing for this.
Do you really love me or do you really hate me? On a scale of 1 to 10.
The workout schedule in general first. So what I've done is I've kept all the Mondays as rest days. I've kept all the Fridays as rest days as well. So what you can do is if you feel like you want to go out and do some workout on a Friday, Monday I would suggest that you take a rest day because you've done a long run on Sunday and resting on Monday will be very, very important for you. On Fridays, if you feel like going and doing some cross training, you could do some cycling, you could do some gym workouts, you could do some stretching, yoga, whatever you feel like doing. You could also go for a swim and have some fun. One easy run happens on Wednesday and the other happens on Saturday. The long run happens on a Sunday and the speed workouts happen on Tuesdays and Thursdays. For some people who feel that the workout is a little easy, they can add up and put repetition workouts on Saturday. They could also add up and go do hill repeats on Saturdays as well. So I leave that up to you. Hey guys, so like I was saying, I'm going to be giving away 3 of these A-Pace tri-suits. I've got small, medium and large. So what you have to do to get an A-Pace tri-suit is just subscribe to my channel, head on to my Instagram, follow me and drop me a DM over there. The first 3 people to message me in Instagram are going to get one of these tri-suits. So look forward to that. Let's talk about week 1 and week 2. So I've kept the easy run and the long runs at 6 kilometers, 8 kilometers and 12 kilometers as you can see. And I've only varied the interval portions of the workout. So in week 1, you're going to be doing 800 meter repeats and then you're going to do tempos on Thursday. The tempo would be 10 minutes of tempo running. followed by a 5 minutes break, and then again 10 minutes of tempo running. We repeat the same tempo workout in week 2 as well. In week 2, we do hill repeats on the Tuesday. We're going to do 600-meter hill repeats where you run up the hill at a relatively hard effort, maybe go for 5:15 to 5:10, something like that kind of pace, and you walk back down for recovery. In week 3 and week 4, we're going to be doing 8 kilometers, 8 kilometers, and 14 kilometers for the long run. So you can see that in the schedule. In terms of intervals, in week 3, we're going to be doing 1 kilometer repeats. And in week 4, we're going to be doing hill repeats of 1 kilometer. Again, in hill repeats, go for a pace between 5:15 up to 5:30 if you feel it's difficult, and walk back down or jog back down for recovery. The tempo workouts that we're going to follow in week 3 and week 4 are 10 minutes of tempo running, followed by a 5-minute break, and then 10 minutes again. In week 5 and 6, we're going to be doing 8 kilometers, and then 16 kilometers for the long run. This long run increment will help you to become more aerobic and increase your aerobic fitness. In week 6, we also do a 10-kilometer easy run to start off the week, so that you're also building up on that mileage. In terms of intervals, we'll be doing 1.2 kilometer repeats on the Tuesday, and on Thursday now we'll be doing 15 minutes of tempo followed by 5 minutes of break, and then 15 minutes of tempo again. In week 6, we'll be doing hill repeats of 1 kilometer, and in the tempo workout, we'll be doing 20 minutes tempo at a shot. Hopefully you're ready to do the 20-minute tempo, and if you do it, please do comment below because that's a great achievement. Week 7 will have 10 kilometers of easy running and 8 kilometers of easy running, followed by a 14 kilometer, a slightly shorter long run. The interval workout that we'll be doing will be 1.6 kilometer repeats, and the tempo workout will again be a 20-minute tempo workout. If you feel like you can go a little harder, you can push yourself and try to go for a 20 to 25-minute tempo workout. In week 7, make sure that you're resting most of the second half of the week. Also, avoid doing any speed work like I mentioned earlier on the Saturday. Week 8 will be the final week. Most of the workouts are going to be easy. There'll be almost no repetition based workouts and no interval based workouts. Most of the workouts are just to capitalize on all the training you've done from week 1 to week 7 and to build up on it and to finally be able to do a very great run. When you're ready to go run your 5 kilometers in 25 minutes, ideally you want to choose a track that is about 1.5 to 2 kilometers for a lap. You can put your water or electrolytes that you've been using during your training at the start point, and whenever you do a loop, you can take a little swig of water or electrolyte. Try to take it while in a jog or have your friend give it to you so that you're not wasting crucial seconds when you're stopping and picking up that water bottle. Also, when you're doing the 5 kilometers, try to pace the first 2 kilometers a little slower than the target pace. Maybe you could run it in 5:02, 5:03 or up to 5:05. Try to run faster in the last 3 kilometers and maybe try to go for 4:55. Also try to remember how the interval workouts where you ran at 4:40s felt like. So you know you have that memory bank of that difficulty, you know the intensity to expect, you know the kind of pain to expect when you're running faster than 5 minutes per kilometer. Congrats on running 5 kilometers in 25 minutes. So if you like this video and want to see more videos like this, please do subscribe to my channel. And I make videos every week and I release them on Saturday. So please do subscribe and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.